Picchio dal Pozzo. Never listened to these guys before. I know nothing about them either. They have this album, self-titled album, Picchio dal Pozzo. How did I end up finding out about this album? I don't remember. I have no clue. So going in, this album was really a mystery to me, which I think is very fitting because of the treasures this album has to offer. I think this album is very magical. It makes you feel a lot of ways. It intends to influence your brain in certain ways too, positive ways. I think I'll just get straight into the review. We start off with a very gentle, practically childlike intro song to this album. What's that, a triangle being played in the percussion? Awesome stuff. Mostly gentle guitar and then whirring keyboards and vocals building up. More instruments come in. I think they're blowing on reeds. Don't think I've really listened to much music with reeds. Sounds pretty cool though. This was a very inquisitive intro to the album, and I think it's good in putting you into the correct mind state for it. This is such a silly album really. The horns are great, love their melodies and how the guitar plays alongside them. It juxtaposes really peaceful passages with absolutely cataclysmic and explosive moments. And it does this exceptionally well, as even when everything is going haywire, the band's attitude is still really silly and playful. This album kind of feels like nothing can ever go wrong really. Even when it sounds like you're being abducted by aliens or sucked up into a tornado, it's all part of the fun of life, innit? So fun and unserious, while still having very impressive instrumentation and sounding amazing. Very floaty and dreamy most of the time, especially in the general whirring electronics in the back. A lot of it reminds me of those experiences where like you have your eyes closed with a smile on your face, just experiencing the bliss and joy of being. The way the vocals are on this album especially serves to demonstrate how these guys are just having fun. There's like gargling sounds on the second track, and they're singing the way a child sings while skipping. Love how relaxed and magical it is. There's a lot of repetitive moments on this album, in intros and stuff like that, which serve the same function as something like Steve Reich. Those repeated notes that evoke a mental freshness and love even. The bass is really emotive. Like each twang of it feels very distinct in mood. When all of that instrumentation dropped in on Sepia, I was like, oh shit, Billy Wood's No Hard Feelings. That's where that sample is from. Love having moments like this when listening to old albums. Yeah, that whole part generally sounds amazing. These horns or reeds or whatever. And then after that whole section, the way the distorted guitar starts hurtling forwards and everything starts whirring. It's like a tornado or something. Really cool. I love how the percussion remains so unfazed and so light-hearted during the crazier parts of this album. All of the vocals spinning around you makes it all become a very surreal experience. There are quite a few moments where the playing is quite disharmonious, especially in like the flutes and all that. Generally, all the instruments you blow into, they often have this edge to them, like they're being played by people who don't have a single thought going on in their brain, amoebas. But then it always progresses into becoming very expressive and playful. It's like a musical representation of growth. Feels really nice. Or maybe even it's attempting to take you on a journey through the 7 circuits of the brain. That's something I could believe too. I swear when this music explodes out of silence, it's always so amazing and feels practically enlightening. Look at Napier for example. It goes from one of the quietest moments on the album to one of the most happiest, joyous and beautiful moments on the album. Really, words don't do it justice. It's like it's elevating my heart and soul and I'm driven to harmonize with it. That moment really blew me away. I could listen to it forever really. And the keyboard melodies that come after are just so delicate and blissful. Generally, the melodies across this whole thing are so inspiring and joyous, and they're made all that more potent by the more disharmonious avant fuckery present on the album. Why is it actually all so magical? So many wild things happening all across this album. Never a moment of boredom. Always sounds building upon sounds, building upon sounds. Always some random shit thrown in there that catches your attention for a moment and makes you chuckle. Feel like these guys were concerned only with elevating humanity. They're the end of Le Fleur. Fuck it. That's what it says. I'm not trying that. At the end of this song, a building melody that is so nice reaches the point where it becomes completely schizophrenic and can no longer be contained. All of the time signatures go haywire, and I just feel liable to smash everything around me, just because I can, you know, just because it would free me from that which is being imposed on me. I guess that's what this music feels like to me ultimately. Freedom, all of the joy of it, all of the boundlessness of it, all of the completely mental and wild things that come with freedom. Absolutely beautiful album. This is just kind of way beyond anything I was expecting, and it's kind of exactly what I want from prog as well. The last song is absolute bliss too. Love those keys like 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 constantly throughout. That bass, the general feeling of it just takes me away completely. It would be easy to call these guys schizos, but really I think they're agents of brain change. I think a lot of old prog bands were agents of brain change, really. Always so dedicated to making music that defies conventions, but these guys go beyond that. They make tons of stupid noises in their music and have animal sounds within the tracks and have this generally unserious, unsuperficial attitude to them. Would be cool if I understood what they were saying, but at the same time, the fact that I don't understand them feeds into the surreal experience of this album. I am actually in love with this album, and I don't understand how I've never seen it come up in discussion before. Maybe there just aren't enough Joy Maxes in the world. A shame, really. I recommend this album very strongly to everyone. It has important, inspirational, transformative energies within it that will benefit your life greatly. I'll give it 9.5 cats out of a possible 10 cats. But yeah, that's about it for this review. Subscribe to the Catman Show, leave a like, leave a comment. Goodbye.